What's going on, everyone? I'm Ani Sridhar, and thank you for joining me here at RosterWatch. It's officially June, which means we're just less than 100 days from the first NFL game of the 2022 season. Best ball drafts are still in full swing, and we're still not into the best month for fantasy football, which is July, when redraft leagues get going as well. But let me talk to you about the most recent best ball draft that I was in. I picked from the 11th spot. Yet again, at the tail end of the first round. It's not somewhere I'm really liking the draft this year, but I went wide receiver, similar to the first draft I did. I took Devontae Adams and Tyreek Hill because I think there's a sweet spot for the running backs in rounds 3 and 4, where I was able to grab David Montgomery and Josh Jacobs. One of the biggest ADP movers right now is Leonard Fournette. That's right. Lombardi Lenny is now going in the third round after the Bucs failed to address the running back position behind Fournette in this year's NFL draft. I was able to snag Fournette in the fourth round just a few weeks ago, and he was even slipping into the fifth. So if you were able to draft early and grabbed Fournette, it's looking like an absolute bargain right now. The first rookie that I pounced on was Dameon Pierce of the Houston Texans in the sixth round. Rookie running back Breece Hall went in the fourth. He was the first rookie running back to go, but I absolutely love Pierce this season. I think he's got one of the more clear pathways to running back one workload as a rookie, with only Marlon Mack and Rex Burkhead in that Texans backfield. I did, however, take Marlon Mack later in the draft just to handcuff and have a monopoly over that Texans backfield. Speaking about rookies, I went crazy with the rookie wide receivers. I drafted Sky Moore, George Pickens, John Mechie, and Alec Pierce. The latter two, however, I think could possibly be the number 2 wide receivers in their respective offenses this year. John Mechie is finally the slot guy in Houston and could be the number 2 behind Brandon Cooks. And Alec Pierce definitely has the opportunity to be Matt Ryan's second favorite target in that offense behind Michael Pittman Jr. In the first best ball draft I did, I waited way too long on tight end, and I feel like it's one of my biggest weaknesses. Did not happen this time. I learned from my mistake. I took Dallas Goedert in the 7th round. I actually think that the A.J. Brown trade to Philadelphia helps Dallas Goedert in fantasy this year, as he's going to absolutely feast on those underneath routes and especially on third downs. We've seen last season that he already has a great chemistry with quarterback Jalen Hurts. Speaking about quarterbacks, I was able to get Russell Wilson in the middle rounds, but the guy I absolutely love this year as a value is Trevor Lawrence. He's going into his second year in the NFL, this time with no Urban Meyer, thank God. He's got Doug Peterson as his head coach, and they finally got him some weapons in the receiving game in Christian Kirk and Evan Ingram in the offseason. I think Trevor Lawrence is going to have a fantastic year, and he provides some rushing ability. If you think that you can beat me in best ball drafts or just want to have some fun this summer, well, head over to Underdog Fantasy, use the promo code ROSTER, and they're going to give you a 100% deposit match up to $100. That's right. Promo code ROSTER at Underdog Fantasy for a 100% deposit match up to $100. My name is Ani Sridhar, and this is Roster Watch.